It's been a while since we last spoke. Did you stop taking your meds again? No, don't lie. If you hadn't, you wouldn't be hearing the voices in your headphones. Welcome back. I missed you. Now, where did we leave off? Oh, yes. Our topic for tonight, TribeTwelve. Unlike with SNCH, we're not going to be trying to dissect this one. If you want something like that, there's a different cat that's been doing this for far longer than I. Nightmind beat me to that 5 years ago. This time we're going to be talking about TribeTwelve as a whole, what it started as, what it became, and how it has withered away. Unlike most stories, this one doesn't start with the beginning. This time, we're starting with the predecessor. June 20th, 2009. The internet was graced with the introduction of one of its most iconic monsters. By now, we should all know that the idea of the Slender Man came long before Marble Hornets. While it was created by Victor Surge on the Something Awful forums, it didn't quite blow up into the sensation that it became until the first entry of Marble Hornets. Of course, with sensation comes imitation, which is where we start. June 5th, 2010, just shy of the anniversary of entry number 1, came a video simply titled Introduction, in memory of Milo Asher. The inspiration is immediately clear. The beginning of TribeTwelve is a bit stiff and awkward. Admittedly, the acting is pretty wooden, with such great deliveries such as,
"Since they built it, not much has happened. It's just been really boring around here. I've taken a few walks up and down this, and yeah, it's just been really boring. All people do around here is just come and fish, and it's really just boring, but
I never saw the point in fishing. It's kind of boring."
And it all just kind of meanders in the beginning. Though the series starts picking up pace when we hit My Grandfather Carl, the series truly started to hit its stride when it uploaded this. This is where the series brought its own signature look. The contrasting monochromatic visuals with scratchy text, ominous audio that the director dubbed as Hellgaze, and a much more direct antagonist. The creator said that he wanted to make something distinct from Marble Hornets, and this is where I feel like that was cemented. From here on, the series started to pick up steam. Its audience grew, the story developed into its own unique tale, and the editing made it one of, if not the most visually striking series in the growing Slenderverse. For example, in most series, the use of the Slender Man simply has him standing there, menacingly. TribeTwelve, however, gave the character much more life, letting the character move in uncanny ways and having a much more active role than one would usually allow him. With the story being told on multiple platforms such as YouTube, Twitter, Formspring, you remember when that was a thing? And getting crossovers with other series such as Everyman Hybrid, Dark Harvest, and Stan Fredrickson, you can see where it rose from Marble Hornets ripoff to something that firmly plants itself into the annals of internet horror. Though, over time, the series started to decay. While its visual quality remained consistent, if not ever increasing, the story began to hit a snag. At first, it was simply in terms of pacing. To make my point, let's break down the arcs. From Introduction to My Grandfather Carl has what I'll dub the Marble Hornets arc. It sets up the series and begins to show something is wrong. First with Noah's cousin Milo acting strange throughout the visit, to Noah analyzing the footage and going to family to try and find answers. While it is slow at start, it starts picking up near the end and smoothly transitions to the stalking arc. Ranging from night recording to November 11th, Noah has to deal with someone that seems to be, as the name of the arc implies, stalking him. Noah receives strange letters, threatening phone calls, and mysterious boxes until he needs a break and stays with the viewer. When he returns, he finds a lead to investigate what's happening, and goes from Florida to New Jersey in an attempt to gather answers. Everything comes to a head when Noah is attacked by the Collective, the primary antagonist in the series, in the hotel that he's hiding, which brings us to the Firebrand arc. Following his leads from the last arc, Noah meets with the Dark Harvest crew, has a run-in with the cult that ends with an attack from the Slender Man, has an emotional breakdown, and learns the truth that he himself is, or more properly, will become, a member of the Collective. Though, with the help of his future self and primary antagonist of Everyman Hybrid, Noah begins to learn not only how to oppose his tormentors, but to use their own tricks against them. So far, all seems well. The story is developing, things are flowing naturally, uploads come at a steady pace, and even between uploads, Noah is developing the story and interacting on Twitter, keeping engagement going. The first 3 arcs span 47 videos over the span of roughly 4 years. To break it down, the series is uploaded roughly about once a month, with the occasional double upload, and that pacing was a constant. Something was always happening, there was rarely an episode where the story didn't get pushed forward. And then we get to the Fortunes arc. 5 years. 8 videos. The uploads grinded to a near halt. For long stretches, I believed that the series had been informally cancelled, due to Adam Rosner, the creator, focusing his efforts on studying optometry. While a valid reason to put a creative effort on the back burner, the story began to suffer too. The character of Noah grew lethargic, stuck, refusing to do anything until an outside agent in the story forced him to. While this could be the tragic showing of a broken man, the fact that time between uploads was roughly a year killed any chance of investment when waiting for so long just for the story to go nowhere. Starting with Crawl Space, Noah goes to the boardwalk, and every episode after simply shows more and more of Noah being stuck. While the story drops ideas to be expanded upon later, it never quite takes a step forward. Since you've probably read the title of the video, we've covered the rise and the decay of the series. So now we get to the death. August 23rd, 2020. Facade is premiered on YouTube, a standard continuation of the story, but this marks the last episode of the series. After this point, nothing has been uploaded, and nothing will. Not for a lack of creative passion or inability to continue, but for a reason much more harrowing. 2 cases came out. Twitter users, Crazy Res and Sad Pooping Boys, what a name that is, both made posts about Adam Rosner, accusing him of sexual grooming with evidence that left very little room for Adam to defend himself. These tweet threads, and the accounts of those who accused him, will be left in the description so you may read it for yourself. December 10th, a video is uploaded to a channel titled Anonymous Apple, a 40-minute phone call between the host and Adam Rosner. While they discuss the allegations of the events, Adam still fails to save face and come up with a form of defense against the accusations. A link to this video will also be provided in the description so you can come to your own conclusions. It's usual in this case to say that I wish to be impartial and not stir up a kind of hate mob. After all, we've seen plenty of baseless accusations the last few years that have been disproven given time and proper counter-evidence. However, in this case, I don't believe it's safe to wait for some kind of resurgence based on the actions of Adam. When things hit the fan and he was brought to trial by the kangaroo court of social media, what did he do? He vanished. No attempts to properly defend himself. Nothing to prove contrary to the evidence shown besides claiming, "I didn't know they were underage," when screenshots and real-life encounters easily prove otherwise. While I wish I could say that everything is false accusations and a hate mob, the truth is told by actions. Instead of trying to save his image, Adam ran, and the innocent don't run from crimes they didn't commit. So there we have it, a brief history on how TribeTwelve began, the problems that plagued it near the end, and the death brought on by the heinous actions of the creator. While it's saddening to see a story that I've been passionately following for nearly a decade suddenly end with no fanfare or proper conclusion, there is a silver lining. People can still look to this series to learn from it. It has much to teach in how to tell a story, and how to set up amazing visuals and editing tricks with next to no budget. Though do try to avoid taking a page from the creator themselves. I can't believe that I have to be giving this advice in this age, but it seems that I must. Lean in. Listen close. Don't fucking sexually groom minors, goddammit! With that last bit of advice, this has been the Voices in Your Headphones. I thank you for giving into the delusion once again, and I will see you next time. Nightmind beat me to the— I can't fucking— Nightmind— Why is this sentence so hard? Fucking Parasite fucking doesn't talk to me for days, then I start recording and he fucking comes in with a fucking picture and I need to fucking save it. It's very cute, goddammit. I'm gonna fucking put that— Alright, let's get back to this. Fucking, where'd I leave off? The internet was graced with the introduction of one of its— The internet was graced with the introduction of one of its— The introduction of one of its most iconic— The internet was— The internet was graced with the introduction of one of its most iconic— Monsters. Monsters, the word is monsters. Get it out of your mouth. Now we should all know the idea of— Why can't I talk? I'm gonna need to drink some water.